Going into the game, the team, we were really confident. We've got a lot of ability in this team, and we never doubted ourselves. And I think, as you know, it was a bit of belief that we had, and it's something that the boys have, and obviously the coaching staff have in us as well. And we showed great determination in that game. We fought for each other, and then the outcome was positive in that way. And looking back at it, it wasn't really. We never doubted ourselves. It was the people outside the camp that doubted us. Saying that if we went there, maybe took a draw out, maybe done a good performance, maybe lost by the odd goal, but we never doubted ourselves. And belief's a big thing, and for us it was the belief that won us the game, and obviously our ability, and so we were happy with it. On a personal note, it was definitely an up and down to start with. The way we lost the goal, and it was a big test of character from there out for myself. But I was quite happy with how I dealt with it after it. Thought I performed really well, and as well as the whole team. It lifted them as well, and we all stuck together, and that's important as well. Shows great team spirit, and I think it's one of those occasions that I'll never forget. To this day, it's the biggest crowd I've ever played in front of. Just the whole, playing for your country. The environment that was going into the game, it was the build up to it as well, being a big game, and it was just something that I'd never forget, and I really enjoyed it, and we won, which made it extra special. Yeah. I think now, what happened in Holland changes the sort of circumstances going into the game, because we're not seen as underdogs anymore. We've proved that, but we already knew in ourselves, we had a faith in our own ability and that we can win again, and why not? And I think now that it's just up to us to go out and perform the way we did, we might need to raise it, because obviously they're going to look for a bit of, let's call it revenge, because beating them in their own patch and them being the top nation, as they say, at the time. So we'll just have to go out there and perform to the best. If not, it's one of those games that I don't see why we can't win this again. And I think now, as you said, there's less pressure on us now, but there's obviously people expect us to do well, and it's up to us now to just, it's these big games. You play football to play in these big games, and this is the game now that it's people are saying, look, Scotland can go and beat Holland. As before, they were saying, I'll be happy with a draw and stuff. But we know in ourselves, and we believe, coach and staff believe us, that we can go out there and get a positive result. Yeah, it gives them a big boost. It's always good to have fans. And some of the boys are playing week in, week out in big crowds. And when the fans are there supporting your team, it's an extra lift if you need it. And not that I don't think this kind of games the boys need an extra lift. Everyone should be up for this kind of games. It's the games you want to play in. And I think for the fans' point of view, it's great that they get behind the team, and it's good that they're there to support us. But I think maybe looking back to the result in Holland, that this is why a lot of fans want to come and see who weren't there, to see what's this. What was it all about? Why is everyone talking? So it's a great chance to showcase to people who haven't seen the boys perform. Yeah, like the last year and a half when I was out on loan at Airdrie United to begin with, and just at the beginning of this season, the first 6 months at East Fife was great for me, because it was being a goalkeeper. I think you need to play as much as you can to learn, because you can do all you can in training, but when it comes to a game, it's a situation where it's you can make 1 shot, 10 shots in a game, depending how you deal with them. But for me, it was all about confidence, so going out and getting confidence. And obviously the managers at both clubs I went to showing great belief in me, and they did. They gave me that chance. They gave me the #1 spot, and I got the chance, especially at East Fife, to play in big games by going out and playing in the quarter-final of the League Cup against Kilmarnock, in the previous round before that, putting out Aberdeen in the Cup. And these are experiences for me that I can't look back. I can look back at them and say, well, these are the games I want to play in. I want to play at the high stage, the biggest stage I can possibly play in, and they give me that opportunity, and at a young age, to take that and to enjoy it. And as I said, for me personally, the confidence was sky high. I just felt that I was just learning, and that's the important thing is that I keep learning and learning from mistakes that I made, and so we just have to see now what happens. Well, obviously, I want to be #1. It's been a goalkeeper. I want to play every opportunity. I know I'm fortunate enough the circumstances that got myself in the team, but now I'm in the team. I don't expect to lose my spot. I'm here to play I want to play all the time. It's up to me to go and prove that to Billy, and I'm going to do that. I'm confident that I can go out and perform well when I need to in training as well, and if I get a chance at club level to keep performing and learning. And as you said, with the rest of the boys, I think we've got a good squad. A lot of the boys are experienced now. Everyone's playing week in and week out, as before. Not a lot of the national teams can pick boys that are playing week in and week out at a high level, and that's now what we've got. And we've got great team spirit and good belief about ourselves. Me, it's not a dream, but if you know what I mean, to work with someone so highly regarded in the Scottish game is, the man's a legend, and there's no doubt in that, and it's a chance for me to learn from him, and it's what I want to do, I'm happy to take advice from anybody, and being Jim Leighton, it's just like, this is a guy, he's been there and done everything I want to do, but his advice is, second to none. It's something I appreciate, and every little word he picks up and everything he says to me, I'm taking it in my head, and if it helps me, and which no doubt it will, and if I can then go on to use that stuff and progress to go to a higher level, it's no doubting that, obviously his input's like massive to that.